How was the break? You get to go home for a little bit?
Yeah, I was down in Miami too with Pat and them. So my break was real good. It was good to take a deep breath. Get your mind off certain stuff like school and football. Just even though we together all day, but just getting some of that off time with the guys you do it with every day, the guys you with every day. So that was a good break.
Good, man. I know early in the spring, you said the biggest thing you were going to work on this spring was kind of becoming that more vocal leader, really taking that next step of like, not just the guy who will lead by example, but the guy who will tell the room what they need to be doing, get on to folks. Now kind of looking back at the spring, how's that development going? Do you feel more comfortable in that role, being one of the older guys, or?
Yeah, I feel like I've always felt comfortable, leading somebody because, when you're doing the right stuff or, you doing what you're supposed to on and off the field, it's not hard for somebody, take notice of that. So it was never hard. The coach really pushed me on like, okay, don't just say it settle and okay, this all right, that'll be all right. Just, because we ain't got time for that. We trying to get people to the league as early as possible. So, I try to harp on the young guys like, I done been in your shoes before, it might not be what you think right now, but all it takes is, that one moment, that one play, then you back in that high school feeling or something like that. So, I just feel like it was that, just trying to get through to each and everybody because, everybody different. You can't try to lead everybody in the same way. So I just feel like, that's what I had to focus on. I feel like that improved.
I feel like that's like the biggest, jump we all make as a leader, right? Is when you go from just trying to tell everyone what you do and how you do it to realizing like, how to shake up your styles to suit the needs of the guys you're leading. Talk to us a little bit about the younger guys in the DB and the safety room and what you saw out of them this spring.
Just that hunger, some of them guys, you could tell, they just got discouraged on how their career was going. But like I said, it's early. But this spring you kind of see like that fire was lit again in some of them guys, and even with the guys that came in, the Tracks, the Kai Bates, guys like that, even Earl, Vontae, the older transfers, they caught on to the standard quick, and I feel like everybody just hungry, everybody want it. We competing out there, even though we on the same team, but I just feel like us as a DB group, young and old, I feel like this is a good group.
Yeah, no, we're excited for it, man. David Pierre has the first question up, and folks, again, if you have questions for Shy, throw them in the chat. We'll get them on the screen. Which wide receiver gives you the most work in practice?
I'd probably say Jakai.
Okay. Trying to keep up with that speed out of the backfield and the slot and everything.
Yeah, he got 101 moves he'll give you too. So him and I'll probably just say just Jakai.
Just Jakai.
Because he's the one I go out like on a daily one-on-ones, team settings. If I have to replace a blitz, he most of the time the one I'm, going to cover. So
yeah. His speed is freaky, but now we got the brother Jalen Lucas is just as fast. It feels like, if not arguably, depending on which one of them you ask.
Flash, like the little cartoon Road Runner. That's how Jalen is.
Road Runner, man, that's a contender for possible nicknames.
Yeah.
We'll put that one to the side. Dante. So Dante wants to know what's your strength as a player?
I'd probably say my knowledge for the game. Like I could be out on the field, or that come with film, watching film too though. But like anytime I can put up my teammates or somebody in a position, I feel like I know what's going on. I feel like that's one of my strengths, like knowledge for the game.
Ace Kid wants to know how is it going against DJ, and how do you feel about our offense going into the season?
I feel good. I done played with him. I played him twice. When he was at Clemson. And I know what he brings to the game, and I watched some of his games at Oregon State, and watching him play, his mentality and, his love for the game is real. So I feel good with him as my quarterback. And then the offense, we just got a whole bunch of speed, out there. And then you add that 4-5-headed running back room in there. It's unstoppable. You got Roy there, LT, Keziah, Sam, all those guys, that'll take it 99 in a heartbeat. So I feel good about my offense this year.
Ricky T wants to know, what are the biggest differences you notice playing against DJU versus JT?
Probably, they scramble ability. That's probably it. J Trav, if when in doubt, he probably like a $190, so he real shifty. And for his DJ, he 250. So one person ain't gonna sack him, but it ain't gonna be like that quick twitch, get out the pocket. But he'll still get out the pocket, and once he in the open space, he ain't really too much trying to shake you. So you better be ready to tackle 250, 260.
I was gonna say he'll just run over you.
Yeah.
I remember one time y'all's practice, y'all tackle fully to the ground,
and we can't touch the quarterback, but he coming through there trying to drop his shoulder. We like, we gonna let him have. We need him. In that mode, that mindset when the season comes. So, but that's a big dude. So
yeah, and he moves he moves well.
Yeah, he moved real good. But it's they're different. They're different when it comes to that. Scrambling, escaping the pocket stuff. But they both can do it real good.
Yeah, man. Next question: Who's the next young or transfer safety on the roster you think fans should look out for?
Conrad, and KJ. Really, all of them. Ashland. Just because I practice with them every day, and they under my wing. So, and I know I'm putting good stuff in them. Coach Fuller, Norvell, and then we putting good stuff in each other. So just them three guys right there: Conrad, Ash, and KJ. Them the next safeties y'all should look out for. Big playmakers, especially Conrad.
Yeah, we saw flashes from Conrad last season, so I'm real excited to see that kind of next step, come up this year. And man, FSU 2942. Basically, like how hard is it to get y'all's communication where it needs to be when you've added so many new pieces and brought in transfers? Like, how do y'all work on just that element of it?
I probably say, that just come with practice and then your weekly preparation. Like, we have certain periods where it's just focused on us talking. We ain't doing too much moving. It's just focused on us talking. And then in the meeting room, you can't just watch film. You got to talk and film to each other like you on the field. So I feel like it ain't too hard. It's just how hard you want to make it. If you're not really locked in, if you're not really, I get it, I go out there and just play off skill or talent, then, the communication part, you might not be knowing what we saying out there. So, we take a big deal as a defense and as a DB room for us communication because, if all 11 on the same page, then we rocking and rolling. If 10 on the same page and one not, then we might be in trouble, depending on the circumstance. So, that could lose you a game or win you a game in communication. And as a defense, we know that. So it's big to us.
Yeah, you call the right number on a blitz that was definitely the called play, and it could win you a game with a scoop and score. Nick Snyder wants to know: do defensive players get the audio tools in their helmets this year as well?
Yeah, they do, offense and defense.
So who has the speakers?
This spring it was mainly the linebackers. I had it one day, but the linebackers mainly had it over the spring.
Is that like kind of scary with Norvell having the walkie-talkie to you all day?
For us, it's Coach Fuller.
Okay, so y'all just get the.
But it ain't scary. During the week of practice, they might crack you a few jokes in the earpiece or something. But the program we run on game day, it ain't none of that. It's about business, and only thing you have to worry about is probably them yelling in the mic and then it being loud in the stadium at the same time. That's probably it.
Yeah, I got to practice like the NFL, your cover thing. Zyler wants to know, what area has Coach Surtain helped you with to improve play?
My pad level and then just being me, just being the player he know I am and I know I am. He tell me every day, he failed me if I ain't All-American. I failed myself. We ain't do our job if I ain't an All-American or if I ain't, All-ACC this year. Or even last year, he was like, we got a long ways to go because, he wasn't accepting all third-team ACC.
Yep.
So he like, we got work to do. And he just pushed me every day. He that devil on my shoulder, that angel on my shoulder every day in practice. We might bump heads some just because he know how good I am and, I'm hard on myself too, so he's just that role model, that coach that you need to be a great player.
And obviously, like a lot of great coaches did not have his playing career, right. But how helpful is it to have a guy that plays like
his
that?
Highlights.
Yeah, and he knows certified. Exactly how to do it.
Yeah. It's real good though. Just you can trust a guy like that. You can go look up on the internet, and he ain't telling you no lie. Like he'll tell us in practice, oh, y'all letting him do this, I would have locked this up. You go watch his film, he ain't lying. He guarding some of the Randy Mosses, the Michael Irvins, so it's crazy out there. But it's good, having a guy like that, that I've been there, done that. So you listen to him a little faster and a little quicker.
Yeah, and just how does a guy like that though? Like, is he pretty good about adjusting to the skill of each guy and not? It sounds like he's good at kind of telling y'all what he did, but I imagine not too locked on.
Yeah,
you gotta do it just like
his
him.
little motto is, this ain't a dictatorship, it's a partnership. So, anytime we have like, an input on something, he'll be like, okay, I'll take it to the staff. We'll talk about it, or he'll come back the next day. Okay, this is what we think about that. We can do it, or we can't do it just because of this, or that. So I feel like it's good, because he listens to us, as a player. Some coaches might not do that. It's their way of the highway. But, some of the stuff we done changed is because, we felt different about it. So, we all agreed on it, coaches and players, and got it done.
I love that, man. Renegade and All-ACC Productions, how did the block heard around the world against LSU change your confidence, if at all?
I probably wouldn't say it changed my confidence, but, it was just big knowing that I could do. I did that for my team. I always knew, since day one, since I got to Florida State, that I could help the team in whatever way they needed me to. So it was more of me just waiting on my opportunity to do it. I knew I could, and what my high school coach sent me up here to do. It was just basically that. And then I feel like what made my confidence go up was the Florida game. When I started the Florida game.
Okay.
That's what really boosted my confidence. But when I blocked the kid, it was just more of like me putting my talents on display. Because I really been doing that. So I was like, okay.
Yeah. Dude, I still when that play gets brought up, I can still just vividly picture just the aftermath of you holding the ball, running off to the sideline. And dude, that was a crazy moment. And yeah, Logan Nix, what NFL players do you model your game after or maybe watch film
on? Javon Holland, the Miami Dolphins safety, Derwin James. Them mainly the two I watch heavy. Just because, Derwin James, he the physical safety. He going to come fit the run, but he can also cover your best tight end or anything like that. And then Javon Holland, he your rangy sideline to sideline safety, ball hawk, and he can cover your slot, your tight end as well. So them two, I watch them two a lot.
Yeah, not bad
Minka
guys.
Fitzpatrick too, him too.
Yeah, I mean, I'm obviously partial to our former Noel and Derwin. I was also about to ask you a question about watching him growing up, and then I realized I wasn't ready for the answer of how old you were when he was in college versus how old I was.
Yeah,
I made me feel real old.
I
but
probably was like.
You were
I used to watch him though, because Florida State. I used to love Florida State, and then he was that man too. So I used to love watching him. Then he everywhere on the field. In the box, behind. That's the type of safety. I feel like I am. I can be everywhere on the field, slot, inside the box, back deep. Yeah, that's just why I love watching him. He was just so versatile.
Have you had any conversations with Derwin? Ace Kid wants to know.
Maybe like one or two. I was in Miami one break, and he hit me up, but he was like, how long I was gonna be there because he was out of town, and he wanted to, get up with me and, chop it up with me and work out. But time just ain't match up. But we don't talk like twice about it. I ain't gonna say we talk every day. We on talking terms. It's just been like a few little conversations.
But how crazy of a feeling is that when you're sitting here, you're like, oh, Derwin James is hitting me up to help me work on my game. I mean, just how cool is that, and how much does it speak to the family atmosphere that's been built across 10, 12 years here at Florida State?
It felt good, knowing a guy of his stature, that he wanted to help a guy like me out. That just shows you that just, guys everywhere. You still got some genuine guys out there. So it meant a lot, and I used to look up them. He in the NFL, he Derwin James. So it's like, that was pretty cool. I wish it would have happened though. It would have probably been even cooler.
Yeah, well, yeah, that would have been cool. But we gotta try to make that happen. Kev, we'll put that top of the list. Well, yeah, Kev's like, sure, yeah. But he's pretty good at Madden. So they got me thinking. Last one, I'm gonna ask you. New NCAA video games coming out. Y'all are gonna be in the game. What stat do you think will be your highest rated category?
I don't even know. Probably speed or agility, one of them.
Okay.
Or hit power.
Are you looking forward to being in the video game?
Yeah.
It's pretty cool, right?
The NCAA, the first one back out and you own it. Yeah, I'm gonna love that.
Yeah, I can't wait for that, and I can't wait to see what you do on the field this season, man. Thanks for stopping by again.
Yes,
always good to have you in the set. And yeah, we'll let you get out of here.